Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Life doesn't always go as planned. Sometimes the path you thought was smooth turns rocky. Storms come, challenges appear. You feel stuck, defeated, and small. But here's a truth that many forget. Even in the toughest times, you hold a power within you. It's the power to think differently. When the world feels like it's crumbling, your mind can become your greatest ally or your worst enemy. How you choose to see the struggle changes everything. It's not easy, but it's possible. And when you train your mind to stay positive, you unlock a strength that nothing can break. This story is about that strength. It's about seeing life from a new perspective. It's about finding light when all you see is darkness. It's about the quiet power of a trained mind that refuses to give up. Are you ready to discover the power within you? Let's begin. Life is unpredictable. Some days feel smooth, like everything is falling into place. Other days feel like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. There are moments when it feels like the universe is working against you, throwing one challenge after another your way. In those moments, it's easy to feel stuck, defeated, and lost. But here's something that can shift everything for you. It's not what happens to you that shapes your life, it's how you choose to see it. When something goes wrong, it's natural to feel overwhelmed. You might think, "Why is this happening to me?" Or "This is so unfair." And while those feelings are valid, staying stuck in that mindset only makes the situation harder. But what if, instead, you asked yourself a different question? What if you asked, "What can I learn from this?" Or "How can this make me stronger?" This shift might seem small, but it's incredibly powerful. Because here's the thing, every problem carries a lesson. Every setback holds an opportunity to grow. But you'll only see it if you're willing to look for it. Think about tough times in your own life. Maybe you lost a job and it felt like the end of the road. But losing that job might have pushed you towards something better, a career you love or a chance to start fresh. Or maybe you faced a personal challenge like a broken relationship or a health scare. It was hard, no doubt about it. But in the middle of that pain, you might have discovered strength you didn't know you had. The truth is, life will test you. That's a given. But those tests aren't here to break you. They're here to build you. They're here to teach you resilience, patience, and creativity. When you see challenges as opportunities, you take back control. You stop being a victim of your circumstances and start being the author of your story. This doesn't mean you have to pretend everything is perfect when it's not. It doesn't mean you ignore the pain or frustration that comes with tough times. What it means is that you don't let those feelings define your entire experience. You acknowledge them, but you also make space for hope, for possibility, for growth. You have the power to decide how you see the world. You can focus on what's wrong, or you can focus on what's possible. You can dwell on what you've lost, or you can look at what you've gained. The choice is always yours. Training your mind to see challenges differently isn't easy. It takes practice, it takes effort. But the more you do it, the more natural it becomes. You start to see the light in the darkness. You start to find the lesson in every setback. And as you do, something amazing happens. You realize that even the hardest times have value. They teach you, they shape you, and they prepare you for the future. They remind you that you're stronger than you think. Perspective is your greatest tool. Use it wisely, and you'll find that no challenge is too great to overcome. Your mind is always talking to you. Sometimes the voice is kind and encouraging. Other times it's harsh and full of doubt. When times get tough, that inner voice can become your biggest enemy, whispering things like, "You can't do this," or "This is hopeless." The first step to staying positive is to become aware of this voice. Notice what it's saying. Pay attention to the thoughts running through your mind. Are they helping you or are they holding you back? Many people don't realize how powerful their self-talk is. Those little words and phrases shape how they feel, how they act, and even what they believe about themselves. If your mind is filled with negative messages, it's easy to feel trapped and helpless. But if you learn to change that voice, to speak kindly and confidently to yourself, everything begins to shift. It's like having a coach inside your head. You wouldn't want a coach who constantly tells you you'll fail. You'd want one who believes in you and pushes you forward. You have the power to be that coach for yourself. Start by catching negative thoughts as they happen. When you notice them, pause and ask, is this really true? Then replace that thought with something positive and real. For example, instead of saying, I can't handle this, say, I'm doing my best and I will find a way. This takes practice. Your mind may resist at first because it's used to thinking in old ways, but each time you choose positive self-talk, you're training your brain to think differently. Over time, this new way of thinking becomes natural. Your inner voice is the steering wheel of your mind. When you control it, you control your direction. When you face hard times, it's easy to focus on what's missing, what you've lost or don't have. But shifting your focus to what you do have changes everything. Gratitude is a simple but powerful habit that can lift your spirit even on the darkest days. It reminds you that life still holds good things, no matter the struggle. Try this. Each day, write down 3 things you are grateful for. They don't have to be big. It could be the warm sunlight through your window, a kind word from a friend, or even just having clean water to drink. At first, it might feel hard to find things to be grateful for, but as you practice, your mind starts to notice more and more good around you. Gratitude trains your brain to look for the positive, even when life feels heavy. When you focus on what's good, your worries don't disappear, but they don't control you either. You begin to feel stronger and more hopeful. Gratitude is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. It helps you stay grounded and reminds you that even in tough times, there is still something to appreciate. By training your mind to notice and give thanks for the small blessings, you build a shield against negativity. It's a quiet power that helps you keep going, one day at a time. When life feels heavy, it's natural to focus on what's missing. You notice the things you've lost, the chances that slipped away, or the comfort you once had. It's easy to get caught in a loop of why me and I don't have enough, but this kind of thinking only deepens the struggle. There is another way, a way that can change how you experience even the hardest days. That way is gratitude. Gratitude means paying attention to the good things you still have, no matter how small they seem. It's not about ignoring pain or pretending everything is perfect. It's about choosing to see what's still working in your life. Imagine waking up and taking a moment to think about 3 things you're thankful for. Maybe it's the fresh air you breathe, the roof over your head, or a simple smile from someone you care about. At first, it might feel strange or even difficult to find these things when you're weighed down by problems. But the more you do it, the easier it becomes. Your mind begins to look for the good instead of the bad. It's like turning on a light in a dark room. You start to see what was always there but hidden. This simple practice helps you shift your focus. Instead of feeling stuck in what's missing, you start to notice what's present. And when you focus on what's good, your feelings start to change. You feel more calm, more hopeful, and more ready to face the challenges ahead. Gratitude is not just a feeling, it's a habit. And like any habit, it grows stronger with practice. The more you choose to be grateful, the more your mind rewires itself to see the positive. Over time, gratitude becomes a shield against negative thoughts. It doesn't erase your problems, but it gives you strength to keep going. It reminds you that even in tough times, life offers moments of joy, kindness, and hope. When you train your mind this way, you're not just surviving difficult days, you're learning to find light within them. That light can guide you through the darkest times and help you keep moving forward. When life feels uncertain and difficult, it's easy to lose your way. Problems pile up and the future can seem like a distant, blurry idea, something you can't reach or even imagine clearly. In moments like this, having a clear vision for your future becomes more than just helpful. It becomes essential. A vision is like a beacon of light in the darkness. It gives you direction when the road ahead looks confusing. It gives you a reason to keep going when every step feels heavy. Without a vision, it's easy to drift aimlessly or feel stuck in the moment, overwhelmed by the challenges around you. But when you have a clear picture of what you want your life to be, it changes everything. That picture doesn't have to be perfect or complete. It just needs to be strong enough to pull you forward. Imagine for a moment what your best life looks like. What does a good day feel like? Who are you with? What kind of work are you doing? How do you feel waking up in the morning? Try to see it in as much detail as possible. The colors, the sounds, the emotions. This is the practice of visualization, and it's one of the most powerful tools you can use to stay positive in hard times. Visualization isn't just wishful thinking or daydreaming, it's training your mind to believe in a future that feels real and possible. When you practice seeing your goals clearly in your mind, your brain begins to accept those images as true. It starts to find ways to move you closer to that vision, even if you don't realize it at first. Each day you spend imagining your success, your confidence grows. You feel more hopeful and motivated. You begin to take small actions that align with your vision, even when you don't feel like it. Your mind is working behind the scenes to help you create the future you want. Of course, having a vision doesn't mean the challenges disappear. Life will still test you. Obstacles will still come. But when your vision is strong, those obstacles no longer stop you. They become stepping stones. You learn to see difficulties not as dead ends, but as part of the journey toward your goal. A clear vision also helps you make better choices. When you know where you want to go, it's easier to say no to distractions or things that don't serve your purpose. Your vision acts like a filter, helping you focus your time, energy, and attention on what really matters. When times are tough, your vision reminds you that your current struggles are temporary. It shows you that beyond the hardship, there is something worth fighting for. This hope becomes a powerful source of strength. One way to keep your vision strong is to revisit it often. Take time every day to close your eyes and picture your future clearly. Feel the excitement and joy of achieving your dreams. Write down your vision if it helps. Surround yourself with reminders, pictures, quotes, or anything that brings your future to life. The more you connect with your vision, the more it pulls you forward. It becomes a powerful force that keeps you moving, even when you feel tired or discouraged. Remember, the future you want is not out of reach. It starts with a clear vision and the belief that you deserve it. When you train your mind to hold on to that vision, you build a bridge over the hard times. So hold your vision close. Let it be the light that guides you. Let it be the reason you get up each morning and keep moving forward. In the darkest moments, your vision is your hope. It is your strength. It is the promise that better days are ahead. And with that promise, you can face any challenge and keep going. Words have power, more power than most of us realize. The things you say to yourself every day shape how you feel, how you think, and ultimately who you become. When life is tough, it's easy to get caught in a cycle of negative self-talk. You might find yourself thinking things like, "I'm not good enough, I'll never get through this," or "I don't deserve better." These words feel like facts, but they are just thoughts, and thoughts can be changed. The story you tell yourself about who you are and what you can do is built from the words you repeat in your mind. If those words are negative, they build walls, walls that block your confidence, your hope, and your ability to move forward. But if you can change the words, you can start to break down those walls and build bridges instead. This is where affirmations come in. Affirmations are simple, positive statements that you say to yourself to remind your mind of the truth and what you want to believe. They are tools you can use to fight the negative thoughts and replace them with something stronger and more hopeful. At first, affirmations might feel strange or even awkward. Saying things like, "I am strong," "I am capable," or "I am worthy of good things" might not feel natural. You might even doubt them. That's okay. It's normal to feel this way when you're trying something new, especially when your mind is used to thinking differently. But here's the key. The more you say your affirmations, the more your brain begins to accept them as true. It's like planting seeds in a garden. At first, you only see the soil, but with time, water, and care, those seeds grow into strong plants. Your affirmations work the same way. They grow your belief in yourself, little by little, day by day. Choose a few affirmations that feel meaningful to you. They don't have to be perfect or fancy. Simple words like "I am enough," "I can handle this," or "better days are coming" are powerful. Say them out loud when you wake up in the morning. Say them before you go to bed. Say them whenever doubt or fear tries to sneak in. When negative thoughts come, because they will use your affirmations like a shield, let them remind you of your strength and your worth. Let them be the voice that pushes you forward when everything inside feels like giving up. This practice rewires your brain. It slowly changes the story you tell yourself, replacing fear and worry with hope and courage. Over time, you begin to feel stronger, more confident, and more ready to face life's challenges. Words aren't just sounds we make, they are the building blocks of your beliefs and your actions. The way you speak to yourself inside your head can either hold you back or set you free. Imagine your mind as a garden. Negative words are like weeds that choke the life out of your plants. Positive affirmations are the sunlight and water that help those plants grow tall and strong. You have the power to choose what you nurture. When you train your mind to speak kindly and confidently to yourself, you give yourself a powerful tool for staying positive even in the toughest times. Your inner voice becomes your greatest ally, cheering you on, reminding you of your worth, and guiding you toward the life you want to live. So start today. Speak words of strength and hope. Speak words that build your dreams. Speak words that remind you who you really are, someone strong, capable, and worthy of a bright future. Your voice inside your head is more than just noise. It is the foundation of your reality. Choose your words carefully and watch how your life begins to change. Life is full of challenges. Sometimes they come out of nowhere, shaking the very ground beneath your feet. Other times they build slowly, wearing you down bit by bit. When these hard moments come, it's natural to feel frustrated, scared, or even defeated. But what if I told you that challenges are not just obstacles? What if they are actually opportunities? Opportunities to learn, to grow, and to become stronger than you ever thought possible. Challenges test you. They push you outside your comfort zone, and it's in that discomfort that real growth happens. Think about it. If everything in life was easy and smooth, you wouldn't need to develop new skills, new habits, or new ways of thinking. Challenges force you to stretch, to dig deeper, and to find strengths you didn't know you had. At first, it's hard to see challenges this way. When you're in the middle of a struggle, it often feels like a burden or a punishment. You might ask, why is this happening to me? Or what did I do wrong? These questions, while natural, can keep you stuck in a place of pain and helplessness. But shifting your view can change everything. Try looking at your challenges as a teacher. Every difficult experience holds a lesson. Maybe it's teaching you patience or showing you the power of persistence. Maybe it's helping you understand yourself better or showing you what really matters most in life. When you start to see challenges as chances to learn, you change how you experience them. Instead of being a victim of circumstances, you become a student of life. This shift takes practice. It's not always easy to find meaning in pain or difficulty, but when you make the effort, you build resilience, the ability to bounce back stronger after setbacks. Resilience doesn't mean you won't feel hurt or discouraged. It means you won't stay stuck there. You'll rise again. Challenges also reveal who you truly are. They strip away the surface and show you what lies beneath. When things are comfortable, it's easy to hide behind habits or distractions. But when life gets tough, your true character comes forward. You discover how brave, resourceful, and determined you really can be. Sometimes, during a tough time, you might meet someone who helps you see this truth. It could be a friend, a family member, or even a stranger. These people remind you that struggle is part of growth, and they encourage you to keep going. Having someone to share your journey with can make a big difference. But even if you have to walk the path alone, remember that every challenge is shaping you into a stronger, wiser person. Another important thing to remember is that growth doesn't happen overnight. Just like a seed takes time to become a tree, your progress happens gradually. Every small step forward, every lesson learned from a challenge adds up. Over time, these moments of struggle become the foundation for your success. So the next time life throws a challenge your way, don't run from it or fight against it with anger or fear. Instead, welcome it as a chance to grow. Ask yourself, what can I learn here? How can this make me stronger? When you do this, you train your mind to stay positive, even when things feel hard. Challenges are not your enemies. They are your teachers. They are the steps on the ladder to becoming your best self. Embrace them. Learn from them and watch how they help you grow into someone stronger, wiser, and more capable than you ever imagined. Remember, every great story has its trials. The people who achieve great things are not those who avoid struggle, but those who face it head on and come out the other side stronger. You are on that path too. Keep moving forward, keep learning, and keep growing. Your challenges are shaping you into the person you're meant to be. The people around you have a big impact on how you think and feel. When times are tough, the company you keep can either lift you up or pull you down. This is why surrounding yourself with positivity is so important. It shapes your mindset and gives you the strength to face life's challenges with hope and courage. Think about it. If you spend most of your time with people who complain, doubt themselves, or see the world in a negative way, their energy rubs off on you. It's like carrying a heavy backpack filled with stones. You feel weighed down, tired, and discouraged. On the other hand, being around positive, supportive people is like having a light breeze on a hot day. It refreshes you and gives you energy. Surrounding yourself with positivity doesn't mean ignoring real problems or pretending everything is perfect. It means choosing to be around those who encourage you, believe in you, and inspire you to be your best self. These people help you see possibilities instead of problems. They remind you of your strengths when you forget. They cheer for your small victories and help you get back up when you stumble. Sometimes finding positive people means looking in new places. Maybe old friendships no longer serve your growth, or maybe you don't yet have a support system that lifts you up. That's okay. It's never too late to build a new circle of influence. Look for people who share your goals, values, or passions. Join groups, clubs, or communities that inspire you. Seek out mentors or role models who show what's possible. Positive environments also include what you feed your mind every day. The books you read, the shows you watch, and the conversations you have all shape your mindset. Choose media and activities that encourage growth, hope, and resilience. Limit exposure to negativity that drains your energy or makes you doubt yourself. Building a positive support system doesn't mean life will suddenly be perfect or easy. Challenges will still come. But with the right people by your side, you'll feel stronger and more capable of handling them. Their belief in you becomes a mirror that helps you believe in yourself. When you surround yourself with positivity, you create a safe space to grow. You can share your fears without judgment, celebrate your progress, and find encouragement when you need it most. This kind of support fuels your resilience and keeps your spirit strong. Remember, positivity is contagious. The more you surround yourself with it, the more it spreads. And as you grow stronger, you'll find yourself becoming that positive person for others, someone who lifts others up and helps them see their own strength. So take a moment to look around at the people and environments in your life. Are they helping you grow? Are they filling you with hope and strength? If not, it's okay to make changes. Your mind and heart deserve to be nurtured by positivity. In the end, you become the average of the people you spend the most time with. Choose wisely. Surround yourself with those who light your path, believe in your dreams, and remind you that even in tough times, hope and joy are possible. When your circle is filled with positive energy, you're not just surviving tough times, you're thriving through them. And that makes all the difference. When life gets tough, it's easy for your mind to scatter. Thoughts jump from one worry to another. Distractions pull your attention in every direction, and before you know it, you feel overwhelmed and lost. That's why learning the discipline of focus is so important. Focus is the ability to keep your mind on what truly matters, especially when everything around you is trying to pull you away. Focus isn't just something you have or don't have, it's a skill you can train. Like a muscle, it gets stronger the more you work at it. When you build focus, you take back control of your mind. You stop letting every fear, doubt, or distraction steer you off course. Instead, you choose where to put your energy and attention. The first step in training your focus is becoming aware of where your mind goes throughout the day. Pay attention to your thoughts. Notice when you start worrying about things you can't change, or when your attention drifts to negative stories you tell yourself. Awareness is key because you can't change what you don't notice. Once you become aware, practice bringing your focus back to the present moment. Mindfulness and meditation are powerful tools for this. They teach you to observe your thoughts without getting caught up in them. When your mind wanders, you gently bring it back again and again. Over time, this builds your mental strength and sharpens your ability to concentrate. Another important part of focus is deciding what you can control and what you can't. There will always be things outside your control, other people's actions, the weather, unexpected problems. Trying to control these only wastes your energy and pulls your mind in circles. Instead, focus on what you can control: your thoughts, your actions, your attitude. When you focus on what you can control, you feel more empowered. You stop feeling like a victim of circumstances and start seeing yourself as the driver of your life. This shift in focus is a powerful way to stay positive even when things feel hard. To strengthen your focus, set clear goals and priorities. When you know what matters most, it's easier to say no to distractions and say yes to actions that move you forward. Break big tasks into smaller steps and focus on completing one step at a time. Celebrate each small success. It builds momentum and keeps your mind focused on progress. It's also helpful to create routines and habits that support your focus. Simple things like setting aside time each day for quiet reflection, turning off notifications on your phone, or working in a distraction-free space can make a big difference. The more you protect your focus, the easier it becomes to maintain. Remember, focus doesn't mean ignoring your feelings or pretending problems don't exist. It means choosing where to put your energy. You can acknowledge challenges without letting them take over your mind. You can feel your emotions without being controlled by them. When you train your mind to focus, you build resilience. You learn to stay steady, even when storms are raging around you. Focus becomes your anchor, something you can return to when fear or doubt try to pull you under. In the end, focus is more than just paying attention. It's about choosing what you give power to. When you focus on what you can control, on your goals, and on positive thoughts, you create a strong foundation for staying positive in tough times. So start today. Notice where your mind goes. Practice bringing it back. Protect your focus like a treasure. With each day, you'll find it easier to keep your mind steady, your heart hopeful, and your spirit strong. Focus is the discipline that turns dreams into reality. It's the tool that helps you move forward when life feels heavy, and when you master it, there's nothing you can't face. Life often brings us situations beyond our control. Sometimes, despite our best efforts, things don't go as planned. When faced with these moments, holding on tightly to frustration, anger, or worry only makes the pain heavier. Learning the art of letting go is a powerful step toward peace and positivity, especially during tough times. Letting go doesn't mean giving up or not caring. It means accepting what you cannot change and choosing to release the weight it places on your mind and heart. When you resist reality, your energy gets trapped in battle, fighting something that cannot be changed. This drains your strength and clouds your mind with negativity. Imagine carrying a heavy backpack filled with stones representing every worry, regret, and frustration. The longer you carry it, the more it tires you. Letting go is like putting down that backpack. It doesn't mean the stones disappear, but you stop carrying the burden yourself. You give yourself the freedom to move forward without being weighed down by what is beyond your control. The first step to letting go is recognizing what you can and cannot control. Your thoughts, actions, and choices are within your power. Other people's opinions, past mistakes, or unexpected events often lie outside of your control. Trying to control these only brings more stress and frustration. Acceptance is key to letting go. This doesn't happen overnight. It takes time and patience. Sometimes you might find yourself holding on again and again. That's okay. It's part of the process. Each time you notice yourself clinging to worry or resentment, gently remind yourself to release it. Think of acceptance as a muscle you are training to get stronger. Letting go also means forgiving both yourself and others. Forgiveness doesn't erase what happened, but it frees you from the heavy chains of anger and bitterness. When you forgive, you take back your power and open your heart to healing. Holding grudges only keeps you stuck in the past, while forgiveness allows you to live fully in the present. Another way to practice letting go is through mindfulness. When your mind races with what-ifs or if-onlys, bring your attention to the present moment. Focus on your breath, your senses, or simple activities like walking or listening to sounds around you. Mindfulness helps break the cycle of overthinking and worry. It reminds you that the present is all you truly have. Letting go doesn't mean ignoring your feelings. It means feeling them fully without letting them control your actions. You can feel sadness, anger, or fear, and still choose not to be ruled by those emotions. Allow yourself to feel without judgment. Then gently guide your mind back to what you can do right now. When you let go, you free mental and emotional energy that was tied up in resistance. This energy becomes available for positive thoughts, problem solving, and moving forward. You create space in your life for hope, joy, and growth. Remember, letting go is not weakness, it is strength. It takes courage to accept reality and to release what no longer serves you. But with that courage comes peace and freedom. You choose to stop fighting battles that drain your spirit and start focusing on what truly matters. So when you face situations beyond your control, practice letting go. Notice when your mind clings to worry or resentment, and gently release it. Forgive yourself and others. Return your attention to the present moment. By mastering the art of letting go, you protect your peace and open the door to positivity, even in the toughest times. You give yourself the gift of freedom, the freedom to live fully, love deeply, and move forward with strength and hope. Letting go is a choice you make every day. Choose it. Your mind and heart will thank you. When facing tough times, it's easy to overlook the small progress you make. Big goals and big changes can feel so distant that you forget to notice the tiny steps you take each day. But these small wins matter. In fact, they are the building blocks of success and positivity. Learning to celebrate even the smallest victories can keep your spirit strong and your mind focused on moving forward. Every day, you make choices that bring you closer to where you want to be. Maybe you got out of bed when you felt like staying down. Maybe you took a deep breath instead of reacting with anger. Maybe you completed a task, no matter how small. Each of these moments is a win, a sign that you are growing, learning, and moving ahead. Celebrating small wins doesn't mean boasting or ignoring the bigger challenges. It means recognizing that progress is made step by step, not all at once. When you acknowledge small victories, you create a positive feedback loop in your mind. You start to feel more capable and motivated. This feeling pushes you to keep going, even when the path feels hard. It's like climbing a mountain. If you only focus on reaching the top, the journey can feel overwhelming. But if you take time to notice each step, each breath, each view along the way, the climb becomes more manageable and even enjoyable. Small wins are the steps that keep you moving upward. One way to celebrate small wins is by keeping a journal. Write down your daily accomplishments, no matter how minor they seem. Maybe you made a healthy meal, reached out to a friend, or simply took a moment to rest. Reading back over your list can remind you of how far you've come, especially on days when you feel stuck or discouraged. Another way is to share your progress with someone who supports you. Sharing your wins, even the small ones, invites encouragement and connection. Positive feedback from others can boost your confidence and remind you that you are not alone in your journey. Celebrating small wins also helps rewire your brain to look for the positive. When you focus on what's working, your mind starts to notice more good things around you. This shift in attention increases your happiness and resilience. It trains your brain to find light, even in dark times. Sometimes, small wins come from overcoming inner battles, like choosing hope over fear or kindness over anger. These victories might not be visible to others, but they are just as important. They show that you are growing stronger inside, learning to master your thoughts and emotions. Remember, progress is not always about big leaps. It's about steady, consistent effort. The small steps add up over time, leading to lasting change. When you celebrate these moments, you fuel your motivation and build a foundation for greater achievements. So take time to recognize and celebrate your small wins. Give yourself credit for the effort you put in every day. When you do this, you nurture your positive mindset and keep your momentum going. Tough times don't last forever, but the strength you build through small victories lasts a lifetime. Each small win is a reminder that you are moving forward, growing, and capable of overcoming whatever comes your way. Celebrate these moments. They are proof that you are not just surviving, you are thriving, and with every step, you're getting closer to the life you want to create. When the storms of life rage and the road feels long and uncertain, having faith can be the strongest anchor you possess. Faith is more than belief in something unseen. It is trust in the journey, hope for better days, and a deep confidence that you are not alone. This faith can come from many sources: spiritual beliefs, personal values, or a sense of connection to something greater than yourself. Whatever form it takes, faith holds the power to sustain your mind and spirit through even the darkest times. Faith gives you a foundation when everything else feels unstable. When problems pile up and doubts creep in, faith reminds you that hardship is temporary and that better days are ahead. It offers comfort and courage to keep moving, even when the path is unclear. Many people think faith is only about religion, but it goes beyond that. Faith can be belief in your own strength, trust in the kindness of life, or hope that effort will lead to growth. It's the quiet voice inside that says, keep going, even when your mind says, give up. This inner belief fuels perseverance and positivity. When you face challenges, faith helps you find meaning beyond the struggle. It encourages you to see difficulties as part of a bigger picture, a stepping stone rather than a dead end. With faith, pain becomes a teacher and setbacks become lessons. This perspective transforms your experience from one of suffering into one of growth. Faith also connects you to others and to a larger purpose. It reminds you that you are part of something bigger than yourself. This connection can bring comfort when you feel isolated or overwhelmed. Knowing that your journey is shared by others, or that you are held by something greater, strengthens your resolve. Building faith requires practice. It's not always easy to believe when the world seems harsh or unfair, but every time you choose hope over despair, every time you remind yourself that this moment will pass, you build your faith muscle. Like any skill, it grows stronger with use. You can nurture your faith by spending time in reflection, prayer, or meditation, whatever fits your beliefs. Reading inspiring stories, listening to uplifting music, or being in nature can also help reconnect you with your sense of faith. Surround yourself with people who encourage your beliefs and support your journey. Faith doesn't promise a life without pain or struggle. Instead, it offers a way to carry your burdens with grace and strength. It doesn't erase fear, but it gives you courage to face it. It doesn't stop failure, but it teaches you to rise again. When faith is strong, you don't just endure tough times, you grow through them. You learn that setbacks are temporary and that your spirit is unbreakable. This belief fills you with hope, even when circumstances seem bleak. Remember, faith is a powerful force within you. It can calm your fears, brighten your outlook, and give you the strength to keep moving forward. No matter what challenges come your way, faith will be the light that guides you through. So hold on to your faith. Let it be your anchor in the storm, your source of courage in uncertainty, and your reminder that you are never truly alone. With faith, you can face any challenge with hope and strength, knowing that better days are always ahead. Positivity is a powerful force, but it doesn't stop with you. When you learn to stay positive in tough times, that energy grows stronger when you share it with others. Giving hope, encouragement, and kindness to those around you creates a ripple effect that spreads far beyond what you can see. This is the true power of paying it forward when your positivity becomes a gift that lifts not only yourself, but everyone you touch. Imagine how different the world would be if each person took just a little time to share hope with someone else. A kind word, a listening ear, or a simple act of help can make a huge difference in someone's day. And when people feel supported and encouraged, they in turn pass that positivity on to others. This creates a cycle of growth and healing that can transform communities, families, and friendships. Sharing positivity doesn't require grand gestures or big sacrifices. Sometimes it's as simple as smiling at a stranger, offering a compliment, or showing patience when someone is struggling. These small actions remind others they are seen, valued, and not alone. They plant seeds of hope in hearts that might be weighed down by their own difficulties. When you pay positivity forward, you also deepen your own strength. Helping others shifts your focus away from your struggles and connects you to something greater than yourself. It reminds you that even in hard times, you have something valuable to give. This sense of purpose fuels your resilience and keeps your spirit alive. Positivity shared becomes a source of inspiration. People who receive encouragement often find new strength to face their own challenges. They realize that others have overcome difficulties and that they too can do the same. Your story, your kindness, your belief in better days can spark hope in ways you might never expect. It's important to remember that paying it forward is not about expecting something in return. True generosity comes from a genuine desire to help without conditions or expectations. When you give freely, your positivity flows naturally and effortlessly. This kind of giving creates a sense of joy and fulfillment that no hardship can take away. Building a habit of paying positivity forward takes intention and practice. Start by noticing opportunities to encourage others around you. It might be a coworker having a tough day, a family member feeling discouraged, or a friend struggling with self-doubt. Look for ways to lift them up with words, actions, or simply your presence. You can also share your own journey, your struggles, and how you choose to stay positive. Your honesty can be a powerful gift, showing others they are not alone in their battles. Vulnerability connects people and breaks down walls of isolation and shame. As you continue this practice, you'll find that positivity grows exponentially. The more you give, the more you receive, not always in obvious ways, but in deeper strength, joy, and connection. This cycle enriches both the giver and the receiver, creating a community built on hope and resilience. Remember, your positive influence matters. Even when times are tough, your choice to spread kindness and hope can change lives. It's a ripple that starts small, but can grow into a wave of transformation. So commit to paying positivity forward. Let your light shine bright, not just for yourself, but for everyone around you. Together we can create a world where positivity is not just a mindset, but a way of life, one act of kindness at a time. We've traveled a long road together, learning how to train our minds to stay positive when life gets tough. We saw that the way we look at things can change everything. When we choose to see challenges as chances to grow, we start to build strength inside us. We learned how important it is to listen to our inner voice and how changing the words we tell ourselves can make a big difference. Gratitude helped us shift our focus from what's missing to what we already have, and having a clear vision gave us a reason to keep moving forward. We saw how powerful our words can be, especially when we use positive affirmations to build confidence and hope. Challenges aren't just obstacles, they're stepping stones that help us discover who we really are. We also talked about the company we keep and how surrounding ourselves with positive people makes us stronger. Training our minds to focus on what matters most helps us avoid distractions that pull us down. And sometimes the bravest thing we can do is let go. Letting go of what we can't control frees our energy for what we can change. Celebrating small wins shows us that every little step counts. Faith reminds us that we're never truly alone, even when times are hard. And finally, sharing positivity with others makes our own light shine brighter, creating a ripple effect of hope and strength. All these lessons come together to show us one important truth. Staying positive is not about ignoring problems or pretending life is perfect. It's about choosing how we respond to what life gives us. It's a daily practice, a decision to look for the good, to believe in ourselves, and to keep moving forward no matter what. Here's a simple piece of advice to carry with you. Start each day by choosing one positive thought. It could be as small as, "I will do my best today," or "This too shall pass." When you catch your mind drifting to worries or doubts, gently bring it back to that positive thought. Over time, this practice will train your mind to look for hope, strength, and possibility even in the hardest moments. Remember, your mind is like a garden. What you plant and nurture will grow. Plant seeds of positivity, water them with faith and gratitude, and watch your life bloom with resilience and joy. No matter what you face, you have the power to choose your attitude. Train your mind, hold on to hope, and keep moving forward. The best is yet to come.